locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Ball!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Luke.
Good Lord.
You're the second yo, bud.
Luke, what are you doing? Welcome in. Off the bench. Monday morning. Off to a rough start on those yos.
I want to see how long you went by yourself.
I was going to go for a while. It was going to be like
It's going to be a whole first segment of yo.
Like a goal in the Spanish broadcast.
Out of air.
Huh? I thought about it, but then I get embarrassed. I was like, I don't want my voice to crack. First thing out the gate Monday morning.
That's rough.
Welcome in. Off the bench, right from the Raising Cane studio. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive. We got Richard Dick Dixon filling in the co-host chair this morning. Morning, sir.
Morning.
How we doing?
Doing good.
Everything's good? You awake?
Getting there.
You ready to give these sports takes today?
Still no sports right now. I think
Okay.
Drew Brees went to the Hall of Fame.
That's a good point.
it.
That's a good point. Alondra is on vacation today. We got Luke filling in. What's going on, Luke?
Yo, what's going on?
Awful job today on the Yos.
Yeah, I was thinking Taylor was going to open up with the weather, so I was late on the.
Well, that's what I was. That was my next statement.
Well, he didn't play the thing either. So I just told him to hit the open.
We didn't play the thing on the for the weather. I don't know how people are supposed to survive today without understanding.
Possible thunderstorms in the afternoon, high of 90, Matt.
Yeah, okay, wow.
You're welcome.
Rinse and repeat, copy and paste.
Get your umbrellas not opened. Have them in the car, ready to go.
Okay, so
That's
I
a
know there's
typical
been
summer weather statement.
Yep.
I know. I know we had some spotted showers towards the end of last week, but I guess tell you what, Flynn household, not one spotted shower made its way over our house.
Yeah.
We're dry. We are real dry right now. We need a little rain. So if you could put that in the forecast for tomorrow, Taylor, that would be fantastic. Luke, you in tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. I'm doing AFR the rest of the week.
Oh, we'll actually have the weather tomorrow.
We'll
then.
have
so that
the
actually,
weather.
This actually works out perfectly.
I think Yo got Braxton in tomorrow morning.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. What a beautiful, beautiful morning it was. Driving in. No traffic for me today, Taylor. I don't know if there's traffic for you coming in. Luke, do you get on interstate to
I
get
don't.
in?
I just go down River Road.
You go down, okay.
All the way down River Road.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Old River Road.
Yeah.
It used to be the main road we traveled back in the day.
We would travel. You'd have to go a long way to not get very far.
Yeah.
Richard, what's up, buddy? How was the weekend?
That was good, man. Just, did a little work on buddy's property and hung out around the house.
Yeah, so it's like prime time to get ready.
It's getting ready time.
So you getting deer property ready, duck property?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little dual purpose.
So where would you go hunt at a couple different places? Where's like if you want to get away in the weekend and go hunting, like what part of the state you go in? Or is it even this state?
I got my camp in Bayou Pigeon. I go down there a good bit.
Yeah.
This is my buddy's property up in Marksville. We were up there. Go over to my dad's place in Mississippi every once in a while.
Yeah. Where's that place?
Pascagoula. On the Pascagoula River. It's further up.
Okay, how the ducks supposed to be this year?
This just hadn't been good. I've been struggling.
You look so sad
It
when I
is
asked
sad,
that.
man. It's sad. It's not like back in the day before were married and had kids and you were running around and hunting every weekend and just taking off like half day of work, giving it a go. And if it was good, you disappeared for 4 or 5 days, and you can't do that anymore.
I'll tell you what, there wasn't a safe pond around Baton Rouge when me and you used to run the roads with our fishing with the fishing poles, man.
Who was I can't remember the guy's name that when we first started fishing over the levees back by LaBerge.
It was Jeff Watson, the attorney at Gordon McKernan, and he does a lot of the NIL stuff. It was his brother.
And then they set us up and called the cops on us one time.
That's right. So we'd go find like the little. So when the river would rise and then it would recede back,
freaking amazing.
it would leave these little little lakes, and we'd always go kind of over to by LaBerge. It was these little, just tiny ponds that the river would leave. And my God, you would slaughter bass.
As soon as the water came out of the trees, it's like that first time in the spring when that water would warm up, and you could sit there and catch like 30 or 40, and they're all over a pound and a half, 2 pounds.
They were unbelievable. I thought we were decent fishermen until we saw him fish.
Yeah, I mean,
He was like throwing it in grass with it looked like an inch of water, and he'd pull a 5-pound bass out of it.
he was very accurate.
Very accurate.
But he can't throw a football as accurate as you.
That's good. That's a really good point.
Everybody's got their thing.
Still got that on him. But yeah, that was what we used to do. And there wasn't an apartment complex lake that was safe. Nothing.
No, I mean,
We crushed it.
golf course wasn't safe.
Mm-hmm.
You had a way on to, was it U Club back then?
Uh huh.
There's a couple ponds we go hit back there.
Yeah. We just could park and walk. That was my way on. Just got to do
Good
when
old
there's no golfers there.
Yeah, but sometimes there would still be golf.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that anymore. I'm not. No, we'd also go to CCL. We would just park at like that bank
Yeah.
and then walk by.
And then you just kind of were like, let's see if eventually somebody will kick us out.
Yeah,
But they
and
never
they
re-
never did. We kept it in the bass.
Yeah.
I still fish in the U Club all the
Hey,
time.
U Club?
All the time.
Are they still good?
Oh yeah, not as good as in high school. Me and my buddy would go every day after school,
Yeah.
but it's just everyone knows.
Which
about it
hole are
now.
you fishing on?
11 was a big one.
11 was it going?
Yeah, I
Okay.
caught a 6-pounder out of there one time.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm still chasing it.
All right.
Still chasing that high.
Same one?
Yeah,
Still chasing that same fish.
yeah.
Luke's saying it's a little past its heyday, but
Uh-huh.
it's still a solid spot.
So let's say, when were you in high school?
I graduated high school in 2018, so
We were fishing when you were in elementary school.
Yeah.
Pretty much. For
Yeah.
sure. Maybe the year of his birth. Yeah, so we would go to the CCL lake right in the front, and we'd park in that little bank parking lot, and then we would kind of just walk
Had
the
some big
bank.
ones in there, too.
We'd walk the bank past the gate, and we'd just go into CCL and fish.
It never stopped us.
Never stopped us. Yeah, well, they had some good fish. That was some really good fishing back there.
Now I think it's like we're too old to get in trouble for doing that.
We had to sneak into CCL
Like
and
when we were
fish.
18, 19, 20.
Yeah,
thought
it's
maybe they might say
they're just
something to us.
kids.
Yeah.
They're just kids. They're young and dumb.
I'm like, dude's got a gray beard. Quit sneaking in the properties.
You're
to
a
fish.
father, sir. Stop sneaking in and stealing these golf course fish. Taylor, what's up, dude? How was the weekend?
Dude, I worked a lot on Saturday. You know, like, look, excuse me for taking 2 weeks off, you know?
Yeah.
I got to step up, you know?
Yep.
That's what I do. They make the call to the bullpen. They say, give me the lefty out of the pen.
Yep.
I run out. Inner Sandman's blaring behind me, and we just make it happen.
Obviously.
That's what happened this weekend.
Are you saying that 10 minutes of practice you went to, that was your work?
All I'm saying is, Matt, pretty detailed practice report on our website. Don't know who wrote it. Not a huge deal, but
Not a huge.
it's probably the best you're going to get for 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did the practice report on Saturday, and then I was already scheduled to work a flag football event in Santa Mall 4 to 6. So basically I went home, helped out Victoria with the baby for 2 hours, and left again. So it was a busy Saturday.
Okay. So when Taylor Sharp sits down to write a practice report after watching 10 minutes of individual drills, how long does this report take to make?
About 10 minutes.
About
Now, credit to Gordy Rush. Gordy showed up too because he was like, hey, you're only going to have 10 minutes. He's like, I'm going to go tell you the D-line and rotation, the secondary and all that. He's like, you can go to the offensive
Go
side
watch,
of things. So,
yeah.
yeah, Gordy helped out a good bit. So, I went back to Guarantee, wrote it about 10 minutes.
All right,
I mean, we covered the highlights, Matt, the quarterback throws, the D-line rotation.
Was it Pat and Go again?
It was pat and go again. Look, I told you, Kesha blaring in the background, one of the more electric pat and goes I've seen. So if that's any indication.
Dude, why is the Kesha songs coming out like the reports every single day? Has Kesha been played every day at practice?
Oh, I don't know. I've only been to one practice. So.
Well, that's what
I saw it on
I've
social
heard.
media yesterday. They're like, interesting music choice.
Yeah, I've heard it for multiple days from people that Kesha has been blaring. Not necessarily the hits either. We're talking the deep cuts. Kesha deep cuts, which is some sicko stuff to listen to.
I don't know the deep cuts.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody does, except for the LSU football team.
You know, at least they're listening to music and not the sound of a jet engine. Les Miles didn't really play a lot of music. When we got ready on Thursdays, when they'd start playing music, and originally it was like jet engine
Oh
noise.
yeah, that's right.
It was just
crowd noise. Yeah, they would just play like big. It was. I guess it was a jet.
It was
engine.
jet
It
engine.
was just like loud white noise. That's what they
there
would
was no
play.
music. They would just play something as loud as possible that gave you a headache.
Yeah, it was pretty like revolutionary when people just started playing music instead of for crowd noise.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, really, that's really nice. And somebody made that that song to the Sweet Home Alabama
Yeah.
tune, but it was for LSU,
I remember.
and they would play that at
Go,
practice.
go Tigers, beat Bama. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, they played that. That was like, I was like, wow, we playing music out here. This is wild. Yeah, it was just like super loud. Just think of like white noise for Razor that you play while they're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Just turn that up to 11 and blare it on the biggest speakers ever, and that's what we had to practice
That
with.
doesn't sound great.
Now they get Kesha deep cuts.
So would you rather the Kesha deep cut?
That's a good question. I don't know. Taylor said it was electric.
But the Pat and Go was electric.
Yeah.
The music,
When are we getting to practice? I would assume that was at the practice fields. Are we getting into practice at Tiger Stadium anytime soon?
I think this Saturday they have a scrimmage closed to the media, though.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's the Tiger Stadium one.
Rich, when we used to have like either spring practice or training camp scrimmages, like I always hated scrimmages for whatever reason. I don't know why, because a lot of times it is you do like a week's worth of install, right? So you do day 1, day 2, day 3, 4, and then the scrimmage is basically the test on the installation days. But as an offensive player, it's like, okay, we're about to do a test, but they've seen these plays over and over and over for 4 straight days. It's kind of like in the NFL when you go have an inter-team practice with another team for a week, and then you got to play them on the game day. Like, y'all have all seen each other. You know your moves. You know how everybody likes to run their route. You know which, okay, this week they worked on slant flats this week.
Well, not to mention the entire scrimmage is scripted, and coaches most likely go over the plays that they know that you're going to run.
That's true.
So then the defense is getting the same script. So like, hey, when you get this look and they're going to do this, this is where I want you to do it. Like, they know everything that's happening. Everybody's like I would go over all the plays that I'm in just to make sure that I'm going over all my reads and what I'm supposed to do. So it was like my study guide.
Right.
Well, the defense had the same study guide.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get out there and everybody knows what's about to happen.
Yep. And it is funny because you'll have like 1s versus 1s, 2s versus 2s, then you'll go 1s versus 2s, 2s versus 1s.
Yeah.
And usually the 2s are not set up for success because if it's the 2 offense, usually the number 1 defense, like the coordinator, they get to see the offense's plays, and then they get to base their defense on that. And then vice versa for the defense. If it's the number 1 offense versus the 2 defense, they get to see basically choose their play and then choose the defensive look that
we want to run this play into this defensive look.
Yeah, and a lot of times you got to be careful on scrimmage numbers because sometimes coaches, when they're trying to get something out of an individual player, they will set them up for failure as well.
Yeah.
To see like, okay, this is a cornerback. I really want to isolate him on Trey Dez because I just want to see how he does, or I want him to get his ass kicked real quick.
Yeah.
Like I want him to see how I want to see how he responds to that. So you do have to be careful. Or a quarterback situation, like he has struggled versus this coverage with this read. I'm going to give that to him
all day.
10 times today. And so defensive coordinator, I need you to play this, or I need you to bring a weak side corner. I need you to bring a guy off the slot because my quarterback's just not seeing it.
Yeah.
Or same thing with like my right tackle, right guard. Like they have missed they've missed the nickel blitz 4 times this past week because they haven't seen it and they're not fanning out to it correctly. Give it to me. Like constantly. So scrimmages are always tough because I do feel like the coaches do set you up for failure, hoping that you overcome it because it's something you've struggled with. So scrimmage stats can be misleading, but they can also be really good indicators of from an individual performance on who is making those improvements. And Taylor, you said it before, like the best ability is what? Availability?
That's what they say, Matt.
It's also coachability.
Yeah.
The best ability can also be coachability because the coaches, so Huck starts practice today. They start tackle football today over at Dunham. And I said, hey, look, you got to be coachable. Coaches hate it when they have to tell a player the same thing twice. So like that's what the coaches want to see in scrimmages. Like if they teach you and y'all have gone over right guard, right tackle. This is the look. This is what you have to see. This is where your eye discipline has to be out to the slot. You got a fan. This is what you do to this pressure. If they've told you that 3-4 times in the week and then you still miss it in the scrimmage, that's when you start losing your job.
Yeah.
That's when you start getting people replacing you on that following Monday.
So what age group is Huck playing?
Fifth and sixth, I think.
Okay.
Fifth and
Yeah,
sixth.
third and fourth, fifth and sixth.
Yep.
We're still, we're that 9U.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, man.
Yeah. So this
Coachability is very tough at that age.
That's a really good ability to have.
Yeah.
Because they're always going to be available.
But can you
At that
listen
age.
2 plays
They're
in a
very
row?
bendy.
Can you listen 3 plays in a row?
No.
No.
That's the answer. That's absolutely not. So, yeah, we'll get into Taylor. Looking forward to a little bit of a practice report this hour. Maybe you thought that was it. Is that all you had?
No, that wasn't it. There's so much more detail to get into, Matt.
We got a great show for you today. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive. Drew Brees, Hall of Fame, no big deal. We got injuries around the league, got injuries a lot of different places. We'll have a Saints report for you from this past weekend, and just a lot to get to. We got weekend winners and losers coming up at 9 a.m. as well. So looking forward to this week. Looking forward to today. Before we do go to break, do want to tell you about our friends over at Rouse's Market, Rouse's.com. Hey, I'm doing these, looking at these practice reports from the Saints, watching clips. Got that big old Rouse's patch right on their jersey, right there. They sure do.
Nice.
It's big, too. It's every time someone makes a catch, every time Jordan Tyson runs a crisp route, you can see that Rouse's patch right there. If you're grocery shopping for the week, get prepared for the week over at Rouse's Market, your local grocery store. Louisiana company started right here all over the Gulf South. Proud partners with the Saints as well. So go check them out, whether you are getting ready. We're almost at tailgate season, Richard. And if you are going to get your stuff, get loaded up for those tailgates, loaded up for the weekend, just your normal grocery shopping. Make sure you're doing it at the best grocery store around. That is your Rouse's Market. So go to Rouse's.com, type in your zip code, and it's going to tell you all the local specials going on at the Rouse's near your house. And sometimes make sure you're checking it every single week because it changes weekly. It changes monthly. You might get a 10% off here, 20% off there. So go check out where you can save. Go to Rouse's.com. All right, we got a great show for you. Looking forward to it. Richard Dixon in the co-host chair all morning long. So stick with us right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Loves to play her games, keeps me running just to stay awake. She's lying high on her mistakes.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Gathered sound, still places, shattered light.
All right, welcome back here. Off the Bench, Monday morning, hour number 1. Monday show, of course, every single week, brought to you by Bayou Automotive. Go to BayouAutomotive.com today. Bayou Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. If you are in the market for a new car, whether it's brand new, maybe it's a used car, whatever it is, make sure you're going to BayouAutomotive.com. The team over at Bayou is absolutely incredible to work with, knowledgeable. Customer service is awesome. So go check them out. If you are in that market, you could buy a car, Richard. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't even have to go to the lot anymore. You can. They got a great spot over in LaPlace. You can pull out your cell phone. Some people call it a smartphone. Just go to BuyAutomotive.com. You can buy a car right there, any make, model, whether you want to look cooler, whether you want to go faster.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to put more butts in your car, whatever you want to do. They can drive it to you. 9 full-time drivers on staff right there that buy a car. They'll drive it to you. They'll pick up your old car. They'll take it back for the trade-in.
Heck of a deal.
No, it's a heck of a deal.
I mean, you don't even have to leave.
Cutting edge, buddy.
I mean, that's what I basically did. You got to look on the internet, figure out your cars.
Yep.
The old day of having a car salesman sell to you is a little bit different.
I know. They make it easy over there. Go check them out at BayouAutomotive.com. Checking out the chat, Richard. The chat says that you might need to get you real strong coffee right now. They said you're sounding a little sleepy.
Yeah.
You're usually a morning person, I feel
Usually a morning person, but we've had the kids with the flu for a week.
Oh, that's right.
We had one of the kids in the hospital. It's been a long last about 5 to 6
Everything's
days.
good?
Everything's good. Everybody's healthy.
Need a
They're
little
healthier
extra
now.
hydration, huh?
Need a little extra hydration. Yeah, it's a little bit more tired than usual.
Well, you combine the flu with 190-degree temperatures outside.
Yeah, it's
Hydration important.
pretty crazy. I mean, I've never had them all three at one time get it.
Yeah.
But it started we were all in the car driving back from Nashville last weekend, and then Charlotte started feeling kind of bad. And we drove 8 hours, got to the house. My wife went straight to urgent care, and she tested positive. And it was Monday, the kids were kind of sluggish. Tuesday, Jackson started going down.
Just dominoes.
Yeah, so I made Jackson practice Monday.
Okay.
And that's when it went really downhill after that. I was like, "You're not sick. You were
not
eating
sick."
Skittles earlier."
Is that's the sign? You were eating Skittles, so
you're
there's
eating
no
candy,
way.
Because when
No way
you're
you
sick,
can
you
have
don't
the
want
flu.
nothing. But he was acting normal and eating junk food, and I was like, "Okay, it's the junk food that's making you feel bad." No, he had a 102 fever for about 3 days.
No, full-blown flu.
It was rough.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, with the house full of kids, it's like if somebody gets sick, now it might not all happen at once. Ours usually kind of waterfalls a little bit more. Like as soon as one's getting over it, the next one gets it, and then eventually it makes its way to Lacey and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them at the same time. That's a tough situation.
I felt like I started to get that little rough, itch in your throat and nose was running and was trying to fight it. I just denied that we were going to get it the whole time.
Yeah. Well, it's really great parenting advice. I know there's a lot of people going to carpool right now, driving kiddos to school. Great parenting advice. Just because your kids are eating Skittles doesn't mean they're not sick.
Yeah, facts.
So just make sure that's not your telltale sign right there. All right, let's get to this amazing. Everyone's on the edge of their seat, I know, because they gots to hear this practice report from Saturday. LSU practice report, our own Razor Dad, right over here, Taylor Sharp. You didn't like the way that sounded. Razor's Dad.
It could have flowed better.
It could have flowed better.
It could have been better, Matt.
Well, there's a lot of things that I do when I'm hosting this show that could be better. So you just got to kind of roll with the punches, Taylor. Taylor, you were at practice. You were there for all 10 minutes.
I got to tell you, it felt quicker than that being out there, too. Like, they're just standing on the sidelines, and they're like, all right, media this way. They're like, oh, they're letting us go to the other field. They're like, all right, thanks for coming out. I was like, oh, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
It felt quicker than 10 minutes.
Was it like when you walk through the gate, is 2 of the 10 minutes walking to your spot and then another 2 walking out?
I think it's 10 from gate to gate.
10 from gate to gate.
I'm pretty sure.
You go in a different gate or like
You go to that northwest corner right there by that drainage ditch.
So I would say 2 minutes walking in, 2 minutes walking out, 6 minutes actually watching practice.
Probably. So when we got there, quarterbacks were throwing to tight ends, and we talked about this the other day. It remains true. Trey Green exclusively working with Sam Levitt. Like anytime Levitt's up there, if there's another rotation, he gets pulled out. Trey is up there. So that connection is going to be strong. Malachi Thomas seems to be the tight end too. I know that there's kind of a big question mark behind Trey Dez. There's a lot of new there. Malachi Thomas was the 2 in every drill. I mean, Levitt looked good throwing, but guys, it's routes on air. It's pat and go. Like, you want me to say, man, he had some good zip on his slants and he had a nice touch on his deep ball? Sure, he absolutely did. He threw the ball well against no defense. I look at more of the rotation. Like, there's kind of a clear quarterback rotation now.
Yeah.
Because remember, at the beginning of spring, Landon Clark was kind of that guy while Levitt was out, and then Longstreet kind of passed him up. It is Levitt, Husan Longstreet, Landon Clark, 1, 2, 3 right now.
Yep.
Every single drill they did, every single rep they took, it was Longstreet 2, Landon Clark 3. So that seems to be the pecking order, and really a wide receiver as well. Jace Brown, Jackson Harris are your top 2, and then Malik Elzy has been the third guy. At least he was all day this past Saturday. So I like to look more at rotations, who's taking those first reps, more than performance against a non-defense. So that's kind of what stood out on offense, the pecking order at quarterback and receiver. Defensive-wise, this came straight from Gordy Rush, a good eye on him, because as we're leaving, the defense is running out there to line up for 7-on-7. It was C.J. Jim Coyley at star with the first-team defense instead of Deshaun Spears. First time we had seen that out there. I remember we talked on Friday, Tamarcus Cooley wasn't the starting safety with the first group. He was on Saturday. So my guess is they got their top 4 or 5 guys, and a few other guys they think are going to play a lot. They're giving them their run with the ones. That's more than likely what's happening. So a little bit there for you for the offense and the defense.
Richard, if you were confused at what a star position is, it's just
Harold
like
Perkins.
it's like a nickel Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Matt hates the star. Hates it.
How do you feel about the star position?
I just think it's just coming up with another name.
That's exactly
That's all it is.
It's exactly what it is.
A new name.
Yep.
And
I hate how it's common, Nate. Like just common. Like everybody's just like, oh yeah, it's a star position.
Like the Saints do it. We talk about it with the Saints. Jonas Sanker working at the star in Staley's defense. That's
when
what
did
you
the
hear all
star
the
come
time.
out? Like when did that become a thing? I know.
I didn't hear about it till Baker got here.
Yeah.
I don't know. People just making stuff up. A bunch of sheep out
It's
there.
like the old,
following 'em.
what was the old Brett Favre interview that he talks about what the difference between nickel and dime, and he's asking the backup quarterback. You never seen the Brett Favre deal? And he's like, "What do they mean when they say nickel?" He's like, "Well, they take the linebacker out, they bring in another DB." He goes, "That's it."
That's it.
He's like, "Who gives a?" He's like, all this stuff. He's
Who
like,
gives a darn?
he's in the middle. He's the starting quarterback, and he's asking the backup quarterback. He's like,
Yeah.
"What do they mean when they go to nickel?"
Yeah, what? Like they're saying all these words, man, but like they still got 11 out there, right?
He's like, so you just take a linebacker out and put a DB. He's like, "Who gives it?"
Yeah. Yeah, so Harold Perkins, some don't know this. He played 3 positions. He played defensive end, linebacker, and star. Completely different thing than linebacker.
Oh.
So glad to see that report on the star.
Matt, you'll love this one.
Uh-huh.
I got a depth chart pulled up for you for the University of Alabama.
Yeah,
On their defense,
You've done this to me before, and it enraged me. So
they
do it again.
have a wolf, they have a sting, and they have a husky.
Is that Mike Salmon?
Yeah, DeBoer's not making it much.
Wolf and Sting, yeah, they appear to be, just judging by the size of the guys, appear to be linebacker. Husky looks like the nickel.
So what happened to Mike Sam and Will?
They're still there. There's just people calling them different names.
Well,
apparently.
Star, the S, you take out the Sam, and
Yeah, the star is going to be. He's usually going to be the Sam. He's going to be the nickel, pretty much. He's the nickel, but with
bit bigger, a
little bit more meat on his bones.
yeah, like a Sam,
Yeah,
like a strong
yeah.
linebacker.
So he's a linebacker. No, he's a defensive back.
But he's not quite the size of a linebacker.
Anyway, so who was running with the one nickel Sam position?
It was CJ Jim Coyley, who had been the backup. He was on the team a year ago. Actually ran with the second team star a year ago behind Perkins at times in fall camp. He's a guy they really like. You can play him at linebacker. You can play him at safety, and apparently out in the nickel as well. So getting a little bit of run for him. First time we've seen him at that first team star instead of Deshaun Spears. So just something to keep an eye on.
Was Deshaun Spears still out there?
Yeah. It just, again, it was like Thursday. Tamarcus Cooley didn't run with the ones. They gave Jace Thomas an opportunity. So I think they're just trying to find some guys that they know are going to play a lot. And they're like, hey, let's see how they look with the first team.
Have we got any reports out of Alabama about how their Husky position's doing?
No.
And their sting?
But the Wolf, good player.
Good player?
Yeah, good
He's
player.
a good player?
It actually is. It's,
Transfer?
no, he's
No?
on the team last year.
Oh, good for them.
How about that?
Yeah, all those dumb names like DeBoer's he's not making it long. He's not making it to 2030 for sure.
Got that extension, which was wild.
How long is
His
it?
face is so red too.
Year one?
This will
Huh?
be.
He's only been there 1 year?
Yeah.
2 years?
No, this will be 3.
This will be 3 already?
Mhm.
God dang, I thought it was going into 2.
Yeah, this will be 3.
Yeah. Oh, time flies, buddy.
It does.
Yeah, he definitely not making it to 2030. He ain't making it. All right. Well,
What do
there
they
you
got to
go.
do to get fired? I mean, if they go
made the
8,
playoffs.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It is funny. So you talked about the quarterback position and the clips and looking good against the air. And you can overanalyze. LSU's posting a lot of clips, which
Sure.
is great. And you see some really good throws from Longstreet, but it's like also they're not going to post bad throws.
Yeah.
So you're only going to see the highlights.
For what it's
You're not
worth,
gonna see the
I
highlights. But
I watched every throw. Sam Levitt missed 3, and 1 was a drop. So he a little bit overthrew a back shoulder throw. Overthrew his first deep post. All of them were on the money, and then a drop by Jace Brown on a slant. That was it.
Make coach
how the
go
mechanics
crazy.
look mechanically sound.
Yeah, it looked fine.
Looks great. injury? No limping?
No, but again, he's taking a 50% speed 3-step drop and throwing it. So even if he was
Richard,
hurt,
they're watching Pat and go.
Yeah.
That's the
Get
period.
a lot
they
of
get
stuff
to do.
out of this.
even
You're
if he
watching
was
it
hurt,
warm up.
Matt, probably wouldn't be able to tell. But no, he didn't look hurt.
The receivers don't look fast either because they're running 50%.
They're jogging.
Yeah.
Yogging.
All right, there it is. Practice report. LSU going undefeated this year. That's what I got from it. No, we'll look forward to. It is that's why it is interesting and fun to watch, like the clips that LSU's posting and other clips that come out from there of LSU receivers going against the DBs and stuff, and getting to see your LSU Tigers actually play a little football. And that's pretty much the only place you're getting it right now is from LSU social media posting. So. But we're going to look forward to media availabilities, hopefully picking up throughout training camp and more information, and we will bring it to you all here on Off the Bench every single day. All right, let's go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of Saints when we get back. All right, you ready for that,
Oh,
Richard? You've been
Saints.
diving into the Saints?
Yeah,
Okay.
right now.
All right. Perfect. Stick with us right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org. That's right, your plumbing experts in the greater Baton Rouge area and Lafayette as well. They got that new office opened up over there in Lafayette. Central Plumbing, been doing it a long, long time, a third-generation plumbing company. The Payne family has been doing it a long time. And they are your experts in commercial plumbing, residential plumbing. It doesn't really matter. And we're talking anything with water lines, talking anything with gas lines. They've done it for me. They've done it for me both at my house. If we had a leak when we first got in, we moved into an older house, had a lot of stuff that we had to do at our house, but also at the business side of things. They took a warehouse that was 4 cinder block walls and a roof and basically turned it into a full food and beverage manufacturing facility. We're talking water lines, gas lines, a full boiler, everything. So there is nothing too big, nothing too small, 24/7 emergency service as well. So go check them out today at centralplumbing.org.
Still places, shining light. If all is when I've been, she called me
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
throughout the keys again. Everyone here knows your hand. When you got kings, you go all in. Everyone here knows.
All right, welcome back in Off the Bench Monday morning, Monday. Welcome in. If you are in the car listening, headed to carpool, whatever it is, I hope y'all have a great day at school, have a great day at work. We appreciate you tuning in to Off the Bench on a Monday. We talk sports. Jacob Hester, of course, is still traveling the countryside, doing a lot of great content too, with the Sirius show and Sirius XM, not like serious content. 'Cause we're serious content here. But at a different training camp every single week. Really great content. He's interviewing Josh Allen, all the head coaches. Had a great interview with Aaron Rodgers a couple of days ago. That has been, I heard it, they played like a 2 or 3 minute clip of it this morning on the morning show driving in. Aaron really opened it up to Jacob and his co-host over there at Sirius XM. I like to take a lot of credit for that. I gave him some good icebreakers to lead in on the conversation with Aaron.
Told them all the secrets.
Let us guard down a little bit. So a lot of great stuff. So we'll see if we can, throughout the week, if we can catch up with Jacob and see where he is at. Taylor, do you know where he is today? I can't. I don't know if he told us or
No.
not, but he has been.
I was going to make something up. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know who's doing a really good job, though, that's probably even better than Jake?
Who?
Katie.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Imagine
That's
what
not
she's
close.
having to deal with
I mean,
the
my
5
God.
kids, school starting,
Football starting.
football practices. I mean, she's running a freaking ship over there with 5 kids by herself while Jacob's out running
He's
around.
just gallivanting, talking to football
Enjoying
players.
life. Like, he's loving every second of it.
He's got to
And
be.
Katie's got, how many different practices she got this week?
No doubt.
Different schools.
No
And
doubt.
I can think they
Shout
all go
out
to the
to
same
Katie.
school now.
Hmm?
At least they all go to, they're all U High now,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
except for the baby.
Except for the baby. Had a great conversation with her, Harlow, a couple weeks ago at Jacob's football camp.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Favorite color, animal, all the things. I got it. Anyway, yeah, we'll see if throughout the week we can catch up with Jake, maybe get some more interviews. He had a great interview with our guy, Kelvin Shepard. the other day that we played on Friday. So great stuff over there. But Richard Dixon filling in. Alondra's out as well. Got Luke holding down the audio, of course.
What's up?
Razor's dad, Taylor, chilling, throwing it down. What'd you shake your head for? You hate that.
You're not
You
a
should be
fan
proud.
of Razor?
Well, I don't think he's being identified now, not as Taylor, but as Razor's dad.
It's fine. I'll take it.
All right.
Well, the kids missed the bus this morning.
Huh?
I'm just looking at the text messages.
Your kids miss a bus?
Yeah, Jackson did.
Oh, boy.
Now they're on their way to school.
All right. It's always something. All right. Let's go take a look over at Saints practice report. Ross Jackson bring in the Saints report almost daily over there at louisianasports.net. Very in-depth. You can get as in-depth as you want to with Saints practice. You can go every day. He's basically giving you a play-by-play report on how everybody's looking. Plays what happened, incompletes here, runs left, runs right, completion, touchdown pass, interception. He's kind of got it all down, and he kind of also breaks it down as well. And it kind of sounds like for most of training camp so far with the Saints that the defense has been the winner of most days if you're having to pick, which is not uncommon for training camp. Usually training camp first week or two, defense really kind of takes over.
Well, it takes a lot more time for the offense to get their stuff together, get on the same page, get all your steps down together, and the defense is just reacting. So they're flying around a lot faster. I always say a little less thinking has to go
because
down.
defense people are dumb.
Yeah, you don't have to think as much on defense. You got your keys, guy moves, go.
But I do believe Ross Jackson's reports that day 8, the offense really came alive. Tyler Shuck had a very nice day. And I got it.
Which day was day 8? Would that be?
I think that was Saturday, I believe.
Well, because now you're seeing
Saturday.
that they got the starting offensive lineman out for the year with a ACL.
That's right. Now, I don't know if he was in the starting 5 rotation, but certainly like the epitome of what a 6-man is on offensive line. But I believe he did start 10 games this past season.
He did. Dylan Radin, yep.
But I mean, the 6-man is a very important position. Like in Green Bay, we had every team. You got that guy. He's the 6-man. He's not a starting 5 at the beginning of the year, but he's going to start 3 games at right guard. Going to start a couple at right tackle.
Going to play tight end in a goal line situation.
Yeah, and just plays a lot. So a big loss and a training camp casualty. And every team deals with this stuff.
Yeah.
Every team, it's not just the Saints. It's not just like the bad luck Saints.
But it just seems like the Saints offensive line, definitely the last few years, that's been the kind of the bugaboo for them. They keep getting injuries on the offensive line, and they haven't been able to keep a good group together.
Mm-hmm. If the Saints want to make a run, win a weak division, and have a chance at a playoffs, like they have to stay healthy. Like they have to have an above average year from a health standpoint. Of course, no one's going to be healthy 100%. Obviously, it happens. It's a collision sport. This has got some big
A lot of luck into it.
There's a lot of luck. But Taylor, we've talked about like their starting 22 that they roll out there on week 1 is going to be able to at least play with anybody. They're not going to get blown out of the water. It's when you start getting into second string, the second team, the backups, what that depth is going to look like. Can you maintain that? But the starting players for the team are going to be really good. It's the depth that creates the issue.
Well, and now that Dylan Radins is out, you have Jeremiah Wright, who's a rookie, who has never played, and then you have Torricelli Simpkins. He had to start like 10 games a year ago because you had so many injuries, starting to the fire a little bit. That's fine, but he's still just a second-year player. So, yeah, I mean, was Radins going to start? Probably some spot starts here and there, but he was your top depth piece. Also, Brian Brzee tore his knee last week. Like, let's not forget about that. That was your starting defensive tackle. Christian Miller, who you drafted in the second round, you're like, okay, time for him to step up. Christian Miller didn't practice this weekend.
Yeah.
He's on the injury report right now. So what does that spot look like? Both of your interiors right now, there's some injuries, there's some depth issues there.
Yeah, there is. And how many you can't withstand too many blows. But, of course, it's tackle football. There's going to be blows dealt. Can those young guys step up and play well? Can they step up and grow up fast? And I'll tell you what, there's a bright spot that I've seen, a very, very bright spot for the Saints team, a guy that looks like he is growing up really fast, and it looks like he's healthy. Jordan Tyson, to me, has been a wow factor. And okay, I know that the camp darling Barryon Brown is having a great camp as well, which we are fired up about. We think he's going to be a great player and a great contributor early on as a rookie. But when I say Jordan Tyson has elite route running abilities, he might be one of the best route runners in the NFL by the time the season's over if he can stay healthy. Now, health has been the big issue, but this guy, the way he can get in and out of a break, the way he can disguise a route, the way he can his body control and his acceleration from going from 0 to 60 in the middle of a route is elite. And I'm watching him, and he's playing with a lot of football IQ. I saw a clip the other day where Shuck was at the line of scrimmage, and he points to the nickel Sam, not the star, the nickel Sam. He blitzes off the edge. Jordan Tyson recognizes it, breaks off his route, and they hit him off the blitzing edge. That's two young players. That's a second-year quarterback recognizing a blitz. That's a rookie receiver recognizing a blitz and changing his route and breaking it off to catch a pass and making an explosive play. So a lot of good stuff, but absolute elite route running abilities that I'm seeing from him. Something for Saints fans to be very excited. I think we're all still holding our breath a little bit from the health factor with him. But, I mean, the way I see him accelerating and running routes, it doesn't look like he's got any issues right now.
No, route running is definitely something that everybody's high on him with. I didn't even know who you were talking about until you started going, and I was like, everything I've seen on social media, they're breaking down his routes, they're comparing him to other receivers and other guys that, Hall of Fame receivers and how they ran their routes. He does an awesome job. I mean, they compared him to every one of the great, route running receivers you've seen. Yep. And he's great. Comes right out of his break just like him. Yeah, it's been good stuff. So excited to see that all year long. All right, we're going to go to break, and guess what? Somebody got inducted to the Hall of Fame this past weekend. Played for the Saints, Mr. Drew Brees. We're going to talk about that when we come back right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com, the most reliable trash removal service in all of Louisiana. And, hey, don't also forget about the waste removal. Trash Rangers Sanitation Department. That's portable toilets, y'all. Don't rely on these national brands, these national portable toilet companies. If you have a company that works outside, a construction company, some sort of crew that's working outside, and you got a special project. Maybe you just have a big event coming up in the fall that you're throwing a party or something like that, and you need that portable toilet. Make sure you give Trash Rangers a call. They got their sanitation department. It's the best in the business. Their customer service, their delivery times, everything's their pickup, all the removal, everything first class. So go check them out. But at the heart of everything, they are best at trash removal. And we're talking commercial, we're talking residential trash cans. They'll give you those text reminders, Richard. I know that won't help you. You'll still forget, but they will text you the night before so you never forget to take your trash out again. So go check them out at trashrangers.com.
Importantly, it represents you. God bless you, and hooray!
All right, there he is, Mr. Drew Brees, getting inducted, getting the gold jacket this weekend. Of course, we've known Drew Brees getting inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame for quite a while now, but it is officially official. Great scenes this past weekend from Canton. As what seemed like the inductions and the speeches kind of went on all day, didn't they? It seemed like every time I turned it on, it was Larry Fitzgerald or Vinatieri.
Started about 8 a.m. early.
Really?
Some 8, 9, somewhere in there.
That's a big to-do, but rightfully so. A huge event, star-studded situation, and just some really great speeches that came out of the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Most notable for all of us, of course, Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Yeah. Sean Payton introducing. And how long was Drew Brees' speech? Do we know? Does it say?
About 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it was very good. Said all the things that you want to hear as a Saints fan, all the things that you kind of expected to hear, but you never really know how these speeches are going to go, where they're going to take it. And certainly a lot of credit and a lot of admiration and a lot of emotion went into his speech when talking about Louisiana and New Orleans. So Awesome deal. Congratulations to Drew Brees, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever put on a helmet and throw a football.
Saw
So,
some of his former teammates got to go up there with him. I mean, Alvin Kamara missed practice to be there.
yep,
Cameron Jordan.
rightfully so.
He went almost 20.
You went
So
almost
Drew
right.
Drew
Yeah.
went almost 20. Yeah.
Sean Payton missing practice as well.
Yeah.
He still, coaches football.
He put the script together before he left.
He put a couple of scripts together for sure. All right, we're going to break. Be back hour number 2 on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, as the kids head back to school, Oshner Health wants to remind families that a successful school year starts with good health. That means paying attention to more than just the grades. Check in with your child's mental health, encourage open conversation, and make time to connect as they adjust to a new school year. A few extra minutes talking each and every day can make a huge difference. Healthy habits matter too. Pack a balanced lunch with protein, fruits, veggies, whole grains, and let your kids help plan the meal so they're more excited to make smart choices. Good nutrition helps support learning, energy, and focus throughout the school day. If your child plays sports, a lot of sports happening this fall, Richie. Starts today for my son. Don't forget the annual sports physical, along with proper hydration, stretching, plenty of rest, and the right protective equipment to help keep them healthy, performing best all season long. So for more back-to-school health tips or to schedule an appointment today, visit oster.org/br.